Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for clicking on this video. There is more and more videos that are coming up where white South Africans are freaking out, and they are freaking out because this is something that is going to affect them, or they are getting affected. When it has been happening to my people, it wasn't an issue. They didn't care. With the video that I shared with you about the land expropriation in South Africa, and I landed on this video of this white South African man living in America. He says that, he went to America and applied for asylum, saying that white people are going through a journal in South Africa, and I'm guessing that's what he used for him to gain citizenship or be accepted in America, of course, if you look into it. And I'm like, why are you even still concerned about a country that you don't even want to be in? Listen to him, come back, and let me know your thoughts on it.
Hi, my name is Jason Bartlett, and I'm a white South African. I currently live in the United States, and I came here illegally in 2019, and I pleaded for asylum. Now you ask yourself, why on earth would a white South African plead for asylum? Well, I'll give you a few reasons. South Africa is the rape capital of the world. It is one of the most crime-ridden countries in the world. It is the current government systematically goes out and murders the white farmers. The very people that feed them are being tortured and brutally slaughtered on a daily basis. The rape capital of the world, the infant rape capital of the world. Now you go onto social media and you, of course, just like America, we've got screaming liberals that have got a woke mind virus. And they will tell you that everything's honky-dory in South Africa. But they don't tell you that those are the multimillionaires who live in estates behind 10-foot fences that are electrified and paid security guards to monitor those areas for 24 hours. Just other side those fences, people can't stop at a stop sign after 7 o'clock at night. People can't go for a walk at 7 o'clock at night. Maybe a couple of men can go. But you know what? How about the women? They can't go anywhere when the sun sets. You can consider them raped, you can consider them abused, and you can consider them kidnapped. What happens in South Africa is pure evil. Now, I came to America, I came here legally, and I came and I established myself. And as a true South African, like Joe Rogan says, America needs more people that are not losers. And I'm not a loser. What the most detrimental part to my soul is the fact that people can stand up and say everything's okay in South Africa. Because that is my reality. I came here because I've been through some traumatic experiences, including myself and my wife. We've lost family members. We've lost people that we love. And the day-to-day basis of crime and atrocities that are happening in South Africa is something that we don't want to live with. We wanted to come to America, live the American dream, and by the grace of God, we have achieved that. And we're getting stronger and better. However, since 1652, white people have been in South Africa. They've bought their land and they've acquired their land legally. And now Cyril Ramaphosa, which is our pagan ANC leader, has signed into law expropriation of land without compensation. So if you're white, they can come up to you and tell you, hey, we want that land and we're going to take it and we're going to pillage it and we're going to rape the earth and we're not going to create food for anybody, and you can't say anything about it. Zimbabwe 2.0. How did that work out? So this over here is just a video for you to understand that those white South Africans and white South African farmers are entitled to their land. They're entitled to what they have. They do not have to leave that country. They do not have to be forced to leave that country. So the wonderful country of the United States is always willing to help. They're always willing to help, always signing checks to places like Ukraine, places like Gaza, everything like that. The people that hate America get so much support. How about you take a look at a petition that my friend Willem Petzer and Tevye Wessels have put together, and they're going to go to the embassy this month, and they're going to hand it over, and you're going to see the hundreds of thousands of white farmers that support Donald Trump. We're not asking for handouts, but we are asking for intervention so people can rightfully keep their property. Because no one's going to invest in a country that has expropriation without compensation. Nobody in their right minds would do that. So this is a message to Donald Trump. President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, people like Joe Rogan need to share this far and wide. Because you know why? That is illegal what they've done. It is unethical and it is incorrect. So how about we help the good people for a change?
He's mostly concerned because his people have now to prove on how they acquired the land of black people in South Africa. You guys have a place like called Orania where you don't allow black people to be or live in. As white people, as white South Africans, you control things in South Africa. You have a place that you don't allow the original people, the indigenous people to actually step foot on. And now you come on the internet and talk about how you guys are going through a journal. And every single day I see and I hear on how you people are constantly going to South Africa. Why would you be going to a country where there's a general? Why would your people still be continuing to go to a place where they hear and know they're going to get lives taken?
This is a motion that seeks to unite black people in South Africa. And ordinarily, if leadership was provided, we shouldn't be having this debate, because the land should have been returned into the hands of the rightful owners. We all know that the Dutch gangsters arrived here and took our land by force. And the struggle has since been about the return of the land into the hands of rightful owners. Yet those who went to negotiate on behalf of our people during the negotiations sold out this fundamental principle which constituted the struggle against colonialism. So those who claim to be radical enough and who want radical change today should actually be in the forefront of agreeing that this constitution must be changed to make it possible for our people to own the land. It can't be correct that the less than 10% of the population owns almost more than 75% of the land. And those people who own the land happen to be, in an acceptable language, private people like individuals, trusts, and companies. But when you search deep as to who are these people, these are white people who are still owning our land. We remain a conquered nation, even when we claim to have democracy. We remain a conquered nation because white monopoly capital still owns the means of production, and at the center of that is the land question. The dominance of white people, it cannot go away, particularly white supremacy, for as long as land is not returned into the hands of the people. We are the only country where we say revolution has taken place, yet those who are oppressing us have not lost anything after the revolution. We remain as we were even before 1994. So we are saying that black people, all of us, we need to unite and amend the constitution so that we can expropriate land without compensation. There is no white person who will understand that clarion call, because they don't know the pain of being landless. Only those who have gone through a passage of being landless will appreciate where we come from on the issue of the land. The issue of the land cannot be a campaigning issue. The issue of the land cannot be a rhetorical question. The issue of the land should be an issue of commitment. Honorable members, we have taken an oath here. And when we take an oath, we are simply saying we are loyal to the land. But how can we be loyal to the land which is in the hands of private individuals? We must be loyal to the land that belongs to us. Majority of our people say South Africa belongs to them, yet they do not have proof to show that indeed South Africa belongs to them, because many of them do not even know how a title deed looks like. Many generations died without even knowing how a title deed looks like. It is only through the expropriation of land without compensation that our people will be the rightful owners of this country. We cannot keep on saying South Africa belongs to all who live in it, yet we have nothing to show. Today the ANC should come with the EFF. There is 6% available. We give it to you without no condition. to amend the constitution and take the land. If you don't agree with us today, it means you are disagreeing with Honorable Ayanda Dlodlo. If we don't agree with us today, it means you don't agree with your outgoing president on the issue of expropriation of land without compensation, even the Minister of Land. This is a matter that can unite black people. This is a matter that all of us should stand together and isolate white monopoly capital. This is a matter that can say to us, this is a genuine call which we as black people can identify with. So the ANC, 6% Shiona, Relefayona, Arjen Lefase, Reliming, Arjen Lefase Rage di Feme, Arjen Lefase Refebat Barna Babele Magaye, Babele a place to call home. Honorable Nzimande, we have already started taking the land. If you vote against this, it's a waste of time. We are already giving our people the land, and we are not ashamed of that. People of South Africa, where you see a beautiful land, take it, it belongs to you.
To be a farmer today is twice as dangerous than being a police officer.
That's nonsense.
That is, of course, the truth. You're ill-informed in this
nonsense.
regard.
You know, they brought a book,
Listen,
a fake book. They brought a fake book. Yeah, this is not your farm.
But we're also worried about murders on the Cape Flats. Our safety structures are involved there.
By the way.
Yeah. So for somebody to sit here, playing the big man, while people are being killed, and our country's future is placed in jeopardy, we won't stand for that. So he can accuse us of everything, but we will go ahead to build a better future.
I think AfriForum are the most skilled people at manufacturing non-existent evidence. And one of the things that we must be able to highlight to the people of South Africa is that he tried to bring his friend Ernst Roots as an expert witness at the Equality Court. Ernst Roots was dismissed as the fast that he was with his book that they wrote after drinking brandy and coke. They were dismissed from that court because they thought that what they were doing, because they are white and because they think their opinion can change legislation, they think their opinion is fact. They went to a court with their opinions and they were dismissed and thrown out of that court. And now he's generating another false opinion that white farmers die at a higher rate than police officers who are fighting crime in this country. I mean, that is nonsensical. We challenge him to provide evidence of that because they manufacture evidence to justify this maniacal farce of that there's a genocide in South Africa of white people. This is what they do. They state lies in public record in order for people to panic because they want funding from international right-wing formations and institutions and individuals. This is what they are doing. They fundraise on the basis of lies. They fundraise on the basis of misinformation. And we must characterize them as such.
Dear white South Africans, are you okay? I'm going to need you guys to start speaking up a little bit, all right? You know, protecting this rainbow nation that you love so much. Because there's a narrative out there that you guys are being unalived every day and that you are being mistreated within the borders of South Africa. And you and I know that's not true. South Africa has a crime issue, not a race issue, a crime issue. It's not like when hijackers find me, they're going to be like, oh, sorry, sissy, I was looking for a white person. Not at all. In fact, people of color are largely affected by the crime within South Africa. You know why? Because we are the majority. I need you guys to stop being so quiet because it's a little problematic for me. Because there's an orange man and Elon Musk out there spreading rumors about South Africa. And it's not true. There is no way you guys will be flocking to a country that mistreats you. Majority of you have the means to leave South Africa, yet you choose to stay. You need to tell the world why you're staying. This is the time to speak up about this beautiful country that you love so much. Thank you.
AfriForum has finally gotten their way, or have they? They've managed to convince Donald Trump that there's a white genocide happening in South Africa, land grabs are going to happen under the new land expropriation policy, all of which are verifiably untrue. However, they have now poked the bear being Donald Trump, who has now posted on his Truth social media that he is going to take away all funding from South Africa, all trade deals, all funding, all aid, to punish us for this land expropriation bill, which has nothing to do with land grabs, just to be clear. Now AfriForum is freaking out because if Trump does that, if he takes away things like AGOA and other things that make our trading with America easier, do you know who suffers? White businesses. They're the ones who suffer, not the kind of ANC politicians that AfriForum was trying to get a dig at. So now AfriForum is coming out and saying they are going to lobby Donald Trump again, this time to say, no, please don't punish the people of South Africa, just the individual politicians. Can you just sanction them? It is so clearly a political play. And of course Trump fell for it. And of course it's backfired for AfriForum. And it's all farcical if it wasn't for the fact that it has real impacts and effects on us ordinary South Africans, who, by the way, are not out here killing white people in the street.
One thing I've really noticed is every time these people come out and talk about, the future of our country, people are losing property, people are losing life, it's only because they are getting the heat of what they actually started in the first place. Because, let's be real, let's be realistic. Most of the land that these people have in South Africa as palm people, they never acquired it in a good way. They never got it in a good way, and they know it. So, and then the other thing also is, people are losing lives. I'm like, South Africa is just like independent, like for, let's say 30 something years, okay? That's how long South Africa has actually tried or has had a bit of independence, because we are all not free in Africa as in general, and I'm like, whose lives were lost more if you look into it? Who took a lot of other people's lives in that country, realistically? And it's not like to be like, oh, you guys, you like to be in the past. Orania is something that still reminds South Africans or black South Africans that you guys are thieves. That's the right way to actually put it. If you still have a place like Orania where you don't allow black South Africans, the original owners of the land, to be in, you can't talk about a geno happening in South Africa as a palmed person. Like, that doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. If you guys are still controlling like 70% of things, resources and everything that is going on in that country, you can't tell me you are going or you are having misery onto you in that country. And talking about lives are being lost when you guys took the lives of people that look like me for a very long freaking time. And I've also seen videos where white farmers torture and literally take down the lives of their workers just for asking for their pay. Who is worse? Which genre is going on? So you guys want to always use black people's faces, black people's lives, black people's reputation, and tarnish it for you to get what you want. Because if you're looking for, like, let's say with this man, if he's looking for asylum in the US, of course the only excuse he could give as a white South African is, oh, we are going through a journey in South Africa. Because there is nothing you could say that could change the minds of these people apart from that. What excuse could you give? What bigger excuse could this man give for him to seek asylum and be accepted? Except using, black face, using black people as a bad image for him to get access to where he wanted to be. And I feel like him doing this video is for him to still put the narrative that he used in his asylum papers to still prove a point, like, guys, I'm still standing with the US. And the fact that he even supports and talks about, the US has been helping, countries like Gaza. Is he mentally okay? Does he know what, the US and Israel are doing to Palestine? To give that as an example, the US has been giving, people money. Has that money been coming for free? The US just wakes up and is like, you know what? We need to help these people. Do they help without gain? Have the US ever gone to any country, especially in Africa, and gave help without expecting more from us? Has it ever happened? So this is something that palmed South Africans need to stop doing. If they want money from their big brother, that they are calling right now Trump, with Elon Musk, they are saying things and lying about black South Africans. These people should just pack up their bags and leave and go to their big brother and feel more safe. If you guys are not feeling safe in a country that you came and actually invaded, you might as well just pack up and go. As simple as that. Like, guys, this thing can really get to you. Like, seeing a white South African talk about, let's give an example. Let's say it happened. Is it comparable to the pain these people caused and are still causing to the black South Africans in that country? And I'm not trying to, compare lives. Let's not go there. But reality stays. You guys have not even gone through quarter of what black people in South Africa went through or are still going through. So this thing, because you are more worried about the assets that actually belong to black people that you stole, that you have now to come and tarnish the names of black people, should haunt you forever, because you can't make this up. And the world is changing. African people are working, and we are going to take our land back. Not to push hate, but I mean, we have to say this. We have to say this. The way Trump is chasing out, let's say, the immigrants, he wants his land to be free from other people that don't look like him. It should be the same energy that we should be giving. You guys should leave, and without compensation, because when you took our land in the first place, you did not care about the lives of our ancestors, the black people. You never cared about their progress. You never cared about their rights. They had to fight through everything. And now that we've reached a time where we can actually stand up on our own and be like, you know what, enough is enough. You need to show us documents on how you actually acquired these things, these assets, how you gain these things, and you actually have to prove it. If you can't, just give it back. And it's not like people or the government is saying, if you have the documents, they can just take it. That, the way he was saying, these people can just come to you as a white person and say, you have this land, we are going to take it. No, he's lying. If you have the true documents and you're able to prove on how you got that property, you're good to go. You are good to go. So enough with the lies, enough with this pretense of wanting to get money from your big brother of the US, and now coming on here tarnishing black people's name. Haven't you had enough of that? Aren't you tired of using our faces and our names for you to gain access in things? And it's more funny because they came out and started with these things, and you wanted sanctions to come in. But now that sanctions are also coming in, they know they own businesses and big corporations. If sanctions are applied by their big brother, they are the ones to lose. Now they want to cut it down on just please care for the government people, the officials that are putting these laws and bringing these issues. You still want to benefit but tarnish other people that don't look like you and talk about a general in South Africa. Make it make sense. That's insane. And guys, I can't add on this. And I also love how the black man put this white man in his place when he was trying to talk about how white farmers are losing lives in South Africa. He was like, what do you mean white farmers are dying more than the police, who are actually, on the streets doing everything to keep us safe? Make it make sense. These lies from these people, insane. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Let me know what you think about this. I kind of went off I went off with this because some things are just too much. Some things really get on your cuckoo and you're like But yeah guys, that is it for me in the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm always posting. I'll see you in another video. Bye.